All right. We are back live streaming at Clubhouse Conversations. I forget my own stuff. So, this is Brian Penny from Clubhouse Conversations. I am the owner and editor of Clubhouse Conversations on Substack, Reddit, YouTube, and I am doing a series right now of all of the reviews for the Creator First pilot season. This is what Clubhouse is doing is they've got these 25 creators that are going to be getting paid $5,000 per month for the next 3 months. They had $1,000 to put together a show, competing against a pool of 50. This is, technically 21, but then a bunch of people were involved in certain shows. Actually, I think less than that. 15 might have won, even fewer, a dozen. I'll have to look into that in a minute, how many shows actually won. I'll figure that out by the time I'm done with this, I suppose. But so this is basically the series going to go over. I did a live review series where I was live blogging them and doing the reviews while they were going on. Everything that was on here was sent to the creators, all the creators. They all got to see everything on here. They've all been emailed. Most of them subscribe to my email now because of this. And so now I'm going through to break down what each one did in order to get into the Creator First and how they got in versus some of the other people. And this one's an interesting one today because what we're going through is beauty headlines. And beauty, this one is Darian Symone. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Symone, Harvin, and Jaleesa J. Karen. And I'm saying both those names wrong. I apologize. Please feel free to correct me on those. And so Darian is the one out of all of the beauty people. I thought that beauty was going to be a big thing on here because beauty is just in the influencer category is huge. And so I'm curious to see like what it was that made the difference, I guess. Maybe Jaleesa had some of the stuff already in place that she needed, like for the sponsorship deals and things like that, or maybe there was I don't know, whatever decision they made that based it off of. They only picked one, and there was I believe 4 altogether that they could have chosen from. So congratulations first off to Darian for that, because like that's hardcore. Like you did not whatever it was that made that happen. This was easily the most competitive of all of the categories that I saw on there. So, kudos for that. When we go into what the show is, it's basically the same type of community type of news show. It's kind of a mix, actually. It's the interview that's like an interview style thing that you would see on the news if somebody were on there for an interview. And then they've got like the headlines that they're breaking down. And then they'll also have people, invited up to share whatever they want to share, essentially, that's beauty related or ask questions or interact. And in that sense, it's a good idea. It's great. It's hopefully she finds a way to balance it between like the morning news where it's entirely built on the back of the community doing all the work, or whether it's like the A16Z stuff, which is stale and just doesn't involve the community because they're afraid. So, there's 2 different ways that this can go. And I feel like she's probably going to do well. Either way, out of all the creators, she's the one that has like the best shot at getting brand deals and sponsorships and all these kind of things, because beauty influencers are where it's at online. That's the thing. And so they did a really good job with this show. This is altogether, they got an A-. I don't know what I knocked them down for. There's something, oh, who knows? But a lot of what they did on this show, too, specifically, is that, the beauty industry can get very niche. Like, you can get deep into the weeds about wonky things that are very unapproachable for the average person, and they are able to kind of relate it to other things in life and in pop culture, especially. That's one of her specialties, is that she's a journalist, I believe, on this one too. Yeah, Darian was a journalist. She's actually she knows how beauty kind of interweaves into culture, pop culture, to music, art, all these kind of things, business, and she's able to break that stuff down. So on that end, she's definitely she's on the end of the more professional side. Like, I wouldn't list her with the UFOlogy guys, because she at least like I mean, she's a researcher and she's a blogger, so like it's not just somebody who's digging and Googling for something and figuring it out. What she actually does for a living is contact the people and get the real deal. So she's not working in the industry, but she's probably a better resource than somebody who is working in the industry because she can get all the different people that work within the industry. And the beauty industry is huge. It's huge. There are so many different brands in there, and it's, God, every little thing. Imagine, I mean, there's so many, just like 1,000 companies that do just your eyes or your eyelashes or just whatever little tiny little thing that's going on in your body. Like there is a huge industry around that, and I mean, she is able to pull those people in and understand who matters, who's relevant, be a tastemaker for those kind of things. And I mean, on that end, that is better than a brand or somebody that works for a brand, essentially. That she's more of the critic, essentially, or the Clubhouse beauty critic, and that kind of makes her a gateway for that information. On this end, it works very well. It doesn't work on, he's not a trained 12-step person. He's trying to provide something that he can't because he's not that person. And it doesn't work on the ufology because they're so busy digging into like trying to prove something that we already like, yeah, we get it, that's real, let's move on and actually do something with that. They just never will get there because they're too busy on the front end of that. But she is like the perfect mix where she's able to, I mean, she can get she needs off of this. Any kind of brand deal, I mean, she should be able to negotiate to have people pay in order to be featured on her show so that they get their sponsorships, and then she, introduces them into Clubhouse. Like, this is a very good, of all of them, I think she's got a very, 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 very good chance of making something out of this for specifically off of Clubhouse. And I mean, if she's able to get it ported off to all of her other social media stuff and her off-platform stuff, that's fantastic. I mean, I know she's published in some other, I don't remember what it was, like, but she is published in some media outlets, so she's already got something built up, and she knows what she's doing. So yeah, this is the beauty headlines, and definitely you can trust the information that you're getting from it. So this is, if you're into beauty, this is a follow that I would recommend on Clubhouse. But again, I'm off Clubhouse, so I personally would recommend just going to Spotify. But if you're going to go on there, here's someone that you should follow. All these people on stage, actually, they know what they're talking about. They're definitely beauty experts, and they're not just plastics. So yes, this is Brian Penny, and that's my review, and I hope to see you guys next time.